Jack Draper has given a worrying update after returning from injury ahead of the US Open. Jack Draper has confessed that he isn't out of the woods after spending 2 months sidelined by a shoulder injury. The 21-year-old made a winning return to the ATP Tour in Winston-Salem ahead of the US Open. It's not the first time physical problems have derailed the injury-prone Brit's season, and he's now focused on staying healthy. Draper enjoyed a breakout 2022 season, reaching the semi-final in Eastbourne and his maiden Masters quarterfinal in Montreal. After getting to a career high of number 38 earlier this year, he was unable to build on his momentum when he retired with a shoulder injury in the first round of the French Open. The Brit's ranking has since dropped to number 118 in the world as he was forced to miss the entire grasscourt season. But he was back in action on the Challenger Tour circuit last week and has now won his first match back at tour level in Winston-Salem, beating Nuno Borges 6-3, 6-1 in 55 minutes. Despite a positive start to his comeback, Draper said he wasn't completely in the clear following his latest injury setback. "I think with these sorts of injuries, especially the tendons, you need to be careful with them," the 21-year-old told the ATP. "It takes time and you have to rehab them properly. I wouldn't say I am completely out of the woods. I have to keep on doing the right things for it and hopefully it will be okay and keep improving week by week." Draper was making his French Open debut when his shoulder went during his first-round match against Thomas Etcheverry. He called the physio and started throwing in underarm serves before retiring while trailing 4-6-0-1. But the Brit said he didn't think the injury would be as serious as it was. He explained, "I thought it was quite insignificant at the time, but when I came back preparing for the grass it turned out it was a bit of a tear that went into my tendon. So I had to take about a month and a half out. A tear in my shoulder isn't the best. It didn't take too long, but still 1 month to 2 months out of the tour, so I am trying to come back and stay injury-free from now." Injuries have been a constant in Draper's career so far as he retired injured from 4 matches in 2021, including his ATP Tour debut at the Miami Open. Things looked up last season when Draper won 3 successive challenger titles, broke into the world's top 100 and top 50, and came close to defeating world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz in Basel. The problems were back this year, however, as he also suffered from cramps against Rafael Nadal at the Australian Open and retired from his round of 16 match against Alcaraz in Indian Wells. Now, Draper is solely focused on staying injury-free. "It is about staying consistently on the court," the British number 5 said. "I have only played 6 to 7 tournaments this year. It has been a real challenge just to get the fitness right and stay on the tennis court. My number 1 goal is to stay injury-free as I know my tennis is good enough when I stay on court to do well."